Let's all pay respects to Long Po together. No?
Oh, it's very hot here. Sunny, how is it in Singapore? Hot?
Singapore? Yeah, very hot. You'll get hotter.
Same, very hot. And humid.
Yeah, and it doesn't rain so much nowadays.
It doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ask the questions.
But, anyone with questions can raise your hand. Yeah, Manish, yep. Yeah, Amit, yes, sir.
Hi, John. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is about not seeing progress in spiritual practices. So I've been practicing quite regularly, twice daily for about 15 years. But in different traditions, I initially started in mantra meditation, repeating a mantra silently inside for about 6-7 years and not seeing any visible progress. Then I moved to Zen. In Zen practice, I did for about 7 years or so. Here also, mostly repeating a mantra, not mantra, like in Zen practice, mainly letting go of thoughts. I didn't use any object to focus, no breath or anything, but I just sat and either allowed everything to be exactly as it is or with that mindset, or to just let go of thoughts. That about 7.5-8 years or so. And then last 4 months or 5 months, I've been into Theravada, mainly like Anapanasati. I've been doing that. Yeah, so overall, one thing is all these 15 years or so of practice, I've not seen any special experiences or any visible signs of progress. I don't know if my life has changed or not also, or is it just due to regular experience from day-to-day life if I've changed or due to the practices. So yeah, not sure if there's a blocker or if spiritual practice is something that I'm missing.
What country are you from?
I'm originally from India, but right now, I've been in the US, in California, for several years, the last 20 years or so.
How many hours you practice a day?
I think right now I do like 40 minutes in the morning and 40 minutes in the evening. But yeah, even during the Zen practice, it's the same thing. I've done like that. And also I've done some sessions and retreats, like varying from 2 to 5 days.
When you do Anapanasati, I mean, we use you can call it a mantra, you can use Buddha, yeah. The important thing is, when the mind is on the breath, know that the breath goes in, know that the breath goes out, know that the breath is deep, know that the breath is shallow, know that the breath that is calm or not calm, know how the breath is. When it turns into in-breath or when it turns into out-breath, when it is at the height of the in-breath, when it is the height of the out-breath. This knowing nature is very important. You have to develop it, and most of us never develop it. How calm are you getting when you do this 40 minutes? Is there no more thoughts? Is there no more memories coming up? Or are there still thoughts and memories coming up?
So Yeah, there are a lot of memories and thoughts. I keep getting lost. On good days, I get lost, but then I come back quickly. But I get lost every maybe 3 or 4 breaths. After 3 breaths, I get lost and I come back very quickly. But on not so good days, especially in the mornings, like I get lost for long time.
So it seems a problem of your effort, yeah. I mean, the effort, being able to stay with the Buddha, or staying with the breath, or staying, with whatever mantra you had, yeah. that seems to be the problem, I mean, you don't return very quickly, yeah. So if you don't return very quickly, I mean, calm doesn't come. If calm doesn't come, nothing will really change, yeah. But I try to get, to focus on the knowingness of the breath, yeah. People, I mean, try to stay, or stay very often, with the feeling of the breath, yeah, and then go off very quickly, yeah. No, I mean, use the labels in the beginning, use the labels, breath, in breath, out breath, long, short, I mean, use different labels, calm or not calm, yeah, deep or shallow, yeah. Use these labels, to get to the knowingness. Yeah? The knowingness is that what is important. That's what we are going to develop when we do Anapanasati. The knowingness is important, yeah, because the knowingness is the knowingness that knows about things, yeah, and that's where you will have progress, yeah. I mean, progress, in quotation mark, yeah, because actually there is no progress, yeah. I mean, you can concentrate better or you can concentrate worse. Sometimes it is better and sometimes it's not as good, yeah. The progress, the real progress, is done, when we do investigation, yeah. When we do investigation of the 5 khandhas, yeah. Coming from India, you know a little bit about the Buddha's, the suttas of the Lord Buddha, I mean, investigation, the khandha of the body, yeah, or investigation of feelings, yeah. When you sit, for an hour, I mean, there's pain coming up. So investigation of pain, yeah. That is what brings results, yeah. That is what develops wisdom, yeah. And wisdom, wisdom cuts down on attachment, yeah? Wisdom cuts down on our greed, on our hate, yeah. And there's another way, but you're not calm enough. I mean, you cannot focus, you cannot really focus, on the breath, and stay on the breath, for 10 or 15 minutes without the mind going out, yeah. So maybe you want to do longer sittings, yeah. Maybe you want to do not 40 minutes, but an hour or an hour and a half, yeah. And then you will see you have to fight, yeah. You understand that? And there's one thing that can change your life, if you do it correctly. In the evening when you come home, sit and try to calm down the mind and then do a daily reflection. Yeah? I mean, I often talk about it. Yeah? Daily reflection is one of the first things, how to develop wisdom. Yeah? I mean, we go through the day. Yeah? What kind of thoughts, what kind of things, did I wake up with? Yeah? Or what kind of feelings, what did I do then? What kind of thoughts, what kind of feelings were there? What did I do then? I brushed my teeth, what did I think about? Yeah? I mean, you lose most of the time during the daily, I mean, you lose, I mean, by being completely off, yeah, with the mind off something, while you're doing something, yeah? I mean, you brush your teeth, you think about this, yeah? You eat while you think about that, yeah? And you work while you think about that, yeah? I mean, that is not helping with your meditation. You understand it? There was a nice story, I mean, where I think it was a Zen master, where a Zen master asked actually his disciples, what are you doing to get enlightened? Yeah? And then he said, I sleep, I eat, I work. Yeah? And then the Zen master, where's the difference to all the people in the world? He said, when I sleep, I don't dream 1,000 dreams. When I eat, I don't think 1,000 thoughts. Huh? And when I work, I don't think 1,000 thoughts. So he is with what he is doing. He has sati, he knows what he's doing, he knows when he moves his hand, he knows when he moves his head, and so on. That is the sati, that is the knowingness that can, applied correctly in the investigation, deliver us to freedom. Yeah? But if you don't have it, if you don't develop it, nothing will change. So do the daily reflection, go through the day. If you can't remember, just skip on, to the next. If you do that, every day, it becomes faster. Yeah? And you will remember more. Yeah? You understand?
Yeah. Thank you.
Another question?
So the other question is on in the daily life, and I know you mentioned about daily reflections, but other than that, during the day, how can I continue to practice throughout the day as well as in all my daily activities? When I talk to people at work, as well as when I'm doing my work in the IT field, how can I continue to practice?
What kind of work you're doing? IT?
Yeah, computers, programming.
When you sit on the computer, hopeless. Because, your attention is on the computer and that you cannot have sati there, yeah? And you will see it, when you do the reflection. You just know that you did something, but you don't know what is going on in your mind, while you're doing, because you're trying to solve a problem. When you talk, when you talk to people, try to talk only the essential things. Yeah? No? Yeah? Before you open your mouth, know that you want to talk something, yeah? And then before you know what you want to talk, and then try to reflect, is that important to say or not? Yeah? I know it is very hard in this environment. It is even hard, when they are here in the monastery, yeah? They sit down and have pana and then talk, yeah? The mouth just goes off, yeah? Try to reduce the talking, yeah? With the computer work, there's nothing you can do, yeah? But when you have coffee or tea or when you have a break, yeah? Make clear, okay, now I have a break, yeah? Now I want to have my sati, now I want to be with my breath, yeah? So for instance, when I did IT work, the same thing, that's why I know, how, it is impossible, yeah? But when I was bicycling to work, I would use my breath, yeah? While I was bicycling, what was doing, looking at the movement of my hand, looking at the movement of the body. And when you have a break, when you go and have lunch, or whatever it is called, yeah, yeah, be aware, yeah, that these are the things that pull you out, of this constant, movement of the brain, yeah. So while you do the computer, when you make a break, coffee break or tea break or whatever, yeah. Or go to another room, I make sure, that you use the time, or you go to the toilet, use the time, to use your anapanasati, yeah? Concentrate on that. Yeah? And you will see, then it becomes much easier in the evening to concentrate on the anapanasati, on the breath, yeah? But if there are 10 hours, of straight of being thoughtless, more or less thoughtless, yeah? Then it is very difficult, yeah? And nothing will change. Okay? Another question?
I think coming back to some of the initial question, right? Not seeing the progress. How do I know if there is any blocker inside that is not getting resolved, or like that I'm not able to see anything?
If you don't get calm, if you cannot stay, on the object, be it the breath or be it the mantra, for 10 minutes or 15 minutes without the mind going out, you won't see any progress. Yeah, you will be able to see progress if you really do the daily reflection. Then you will see a change in your way of life. What you're doing and why you're doing it, and what is the result of your doing. yeah, that automatically corrects some of the unwholesome activities that you have. Yeah? But unless you get really concentrated and can be able to stay, 10 minutes, without the mind going out, yeah, I mean, you will not see so-called progress, and only then you can start to develop wisdom, and then, yeah, I mean, and it takes time, it takes enormous time. Yeah? You won't see progress from day to day, but after a year or after 2 years, you will see you changed your life, yeah, because of your insight, that you get when you have clear vision, when you have clear sati, when you have clear knowingness. I mean, you see what is going on, yeah, and this knowingness is different when we think about things. And it will cut down, it will slowly cut down, I mean, think about, I mean, I mean, you have big, you're in California, and these what are sequoia trees, yeah? I mean, you have a little knife, and you try to cut that tree, I mean, in the beginning you won't see, but, after a while you see a deeper and deeper root, yeah? Okay? And don't worry about, I mean, if there's progress, yeah? I mean, there will be progress if you can tell yourself, I stayed with the Buddha, I stayed with the breath, or I stayed, with the mantra that I have, yeah? Yeah? Whatever else, this is not progress, yeah? I mean, and the longer I can stay with the breath, or with the mantra, I mean, the better it is, yeah? This is the progress. If you can stay longer, yeah, I mean, if you can stay in the beginning maybe for half a minute, yeah, at the breath, yeah, and then it becomes a minute, and then becomes 1.5 minutes, that is progress already. Okay? You want this? No. That's not going to happen, Most of us don't have that, yeah. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Ajahn. Can you hear me?
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, last time I asked you a question, you recommended that I extended my meditation time. I was able to do 1 hour twice a day, and you recommended that I extend it to 1.5 hours and 2 hours. So I've been doing that for the last 2 months. And as expected, the first problem I'm facing is the pain. So the pain is coming in as expected. So I've tried different ways to deal with the pain. I keep with the breath as much as I can. And sometimes I try to investigate very simple questions. Where is it? Things like that. I'm still, as expected, struggling with it. But what do you recommend in dealing with the pain? Again, should I continue with the breath? Should I try to investigate, or just ask some basic questions? Sometimes that helps. I see the pain changing from one spot to the other. And when I pay attention to one spot, then the other spot disappears. So what else can I do?
The first thing is, you only go to the investigation of pain if you cannot stay with the breath anymore. Yeah, I mean, if it distracts you if the distraction is so great that you cannot stay with the breath anymore, then you put your whole attention on the pain, on the spot where you feel the pain, and the first thing that you do is you accept the pain. So that means you breathe in the pain, feel the whole body, feel the pain, and accept it. And then you ask the question, where is the pain, In what spot is it, Is it in the knee? And then you ask the question, is it permanent or is it impermanent? I mean, is it changing? And you will see, when you look at it, it is changing. And sometimes it becomes a little bit stronger and then becomes weaker and stronger. So it is anicca, yeah? It follows anicca. So where exactly is the pain? Is it in the skin? Is it in the tendons? Is it in the muscles? Yeah. You ask the question: is it in the flesh? Is it in the bones? Where exactly is the pain? You really, you pour all your interest into the pain. You want to know You want to know where the pain is. So you really pour all your interest into understanding, into knowing where this pain is. Yeah? And when you come close to the pain, then it moves to another position. And then you follow the pain. Yeah? Then you go to the other position, and then you notice, the pain is gone from one position to another position. So it actually cannot have anything to do with the physicality of this body. The pain is something else. Yeah? So you want to understand, so you go to the other spot, and then ask the same question. Yeah? But the important thing is, if you cannot accept, if you want to get rid of pain, all our investigation will be in vain. Yeah? The interest in the pain, will actually lessen the pain, and sometimes, for some people who have never done that, the moment they get interest in the pain is gone, yeah, because it's a different kind of pain. So you follow it up until it really shows you where it's actually coming from. Yeah? So it goes through a lot of points, through the body, so you follow to each part of the body until it really shows you, yeah, where it's coming from. Yeah? And then you have understood, the first question, of pain. Yeah? You only go when you cannot concentrate properly on your breath anymore. Yeah? And then you accept, breathe in, completely feel, and be at ease, with the pain. And then you ask the questions, what is pain? Where is it pain? And then follow the pain when it moves. Okay? More?
Yeah. Vijay, you want to ask the question?
Yes, Vandami Bante ji.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, just ask the question. Where are you from?
I'm from India, Bante ji.
You're also from India. Do you live in India?
Yes, sir. In India only I'm staying.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So whenever I try to sit, I will get the pain, but I am not able to concentrate for long time on the pain. The pain will become unbearable, so I have to move my position. Even after moving position, I will get some relief, but after 10-15 minutes, after 10-15 minutes, it will start again, and I am not able to concentrate on it.
Okay. That is what is normally happening. Yeah, people, who do meditation, they feel pain, they move, yeah, and then 5 minutes later the pain comes again, and then they have to move again until they become so restless, that they get up. Yeah? If you, you just heard what I said to the other person, how to investigate pain properly. If you think it is unbearable, then give up. Yeah?
Yeah, that's the main point. Should I give up?
Yeah, then give up. Yeah, try it a little bit more, a bit longer. Each time you try it a little bit longer, yeah, then give up. But know that you give up. That is the important thing. Okay, I lost to you. I lost to the kilesas. I pull out my white flag, yeah, but next time I try it a little bit longer. And this will help you to go into more and more, yeah. But one of the main problems of you is probably that you do not accept that you want to get rid of the pain. And that's where nothing works, yeah? No, accept the pain, just like I said before. Accept the pain, feel. We want to understand what actually is pain. How does it feel like? And then once we understand what pain, how does it feel like? How is it different from anger? How is it different from greed? How is this feeling? Because it's a feeling, isn't it? Yeah. How is it different from other kinds of feelings? Yeah. From fear. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, fear is means it will be in our mind, but pain, it is physical. It is located in particular organ.
That's why we have.
Area.
Now that is intellectual understanding. We really want to feel it. Yeah. We want to feel pain, not in our mind. We want to feel it in the body, yeah, where we think it is, yeah, where we believe it is. Fear, yeah? I mean, fear is a feeling, yeah? I mean, pain is a feeling, yeah? You can feel it.
Yes, Manju.
Yes, you can. At the moment, I mean, this, what you feel in the brain is the reaction to the feeling of the body. No?
Yes, Manju.
Okay?
Okay, I have another question, Manju. It was in 2014, I tried to do Adhitthana. So sitting for long hours without moving our body, this staying still.
Yeah.
I tried to do, but all of a sudden pain started coming up,
Yeah.
especially my thighs, feet.
Yeah.
So I tried to control, but by controlling, what happened is all of a sudden my breathing started fast. Means I wasn't doing it intentionally. Because of controlling the pain, my breathing became fast, and it was very heavy breathing. And I had concentration here on the nostrils. All of a sudden, what happened is something like ants are moving, like a tingling effect happened all over the face, and it went through till my chest. The breathing was going on. I thought I should quit or I should not quit. That thought came in my mind. So after 45 minutes with that sensation, I stopped it. But all of a sudden, my head, everything was calm. Whenever I got angry, it will suddenly start. Means the breathing will come and that sensation will go away. For example, I am getting angry. The breathing will automatically come and the tingling effect will happen and it will go automatically. It happened for only 2-3 months. After that, I could not continue my practice. So,
After,
is there anything?
what did you say? I didn't catch the last phrase. After that, it didn't happen anymore? After 3 months?
I stopped practicing because of my personal reason.
Yeah.
I was not able to practice Anapana or personal board.
Okay. What the problem is, I mean, you try to control too much. And the more you control, the more things become rigid. Anapanasati means sati on the in-breath and out-breath. That means knowing the in-breath and the out-breath. It's not trying to control the in-breath and out-breath. If we try to control it, if we try to force it too much, I mean, other things, I mean, the reaction of your heart, that the breath becomes very heavy, it's a reaction that you try to control too much. Or it can be fear.
I was controlling the pain.
Yeah, or it can be fear.
To control the pain.
Sorry, I did not understand.
So, I was concentrating on breathe only. I tried not to move or I should
that is okay, but you try to control.
Automatically, yes.
You will see, I mean, if you have a little bit of sati, yeah, I mean, try to see, if you try to control, I mean, it can be also bodily position. You try to control it, so you can become rigid. No, it's not about controlling. It's about observing. Yeah, what I normally tell the people, I mean, who are here, observe animals. I mean, even in your area. I mean, you have cows and you have animals. You have ants. You have other animals. Observe them. And that is kind of observance that we use for sati. We cannot control these animals. Yeah, but we know what they are doing.
No, I was not controlling my breath. Means just to trying to sit, and I was observing on my breathing.
Yeah, but you were controlling your position.
Yes, means not controlling. I was observing breath only, but pain arise. So I tried to sit. So all of a sudden, fast breathing started. Means I was breathing fastly.
Yeah. I mean, there are two kinds, where the breathing becomes fast, when we get afraid, or when we try to control. That is the only...
To be true, I did not try to control my breath. First of all, I was concentrating on breath only.
Yeah.
So, because of pain, I did not try to move or do anything. So, all of a sudden, breathing started fast.
Yeah.
I was breathing fastly. But I was still aware of the sensation.
Okay. When you start breathing fast, I mean, what we can do is, before when we start breathing fast, yeah, we can stop for a moment and recollect what kind of thought came or what kind of memory came in before the fast breathing. Of course, there is 100%. I mean, but you, because of your sati, because of your lack of sati, you don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not lying.
No, of course I understand. I mean, I understand your position, but I've gone through all of this, yeah? So I know that there are thoughts behind it, yeah? There is a thought or there is a memory coming up, yeah? Or there's too much controlling the position, or too much forcing on the nostrils, yeah? That can create these things, yeah? So you have to be aware of what is creating these things. Try it, yeah. Just sit there, relax. Put your attention around the nostrils and know the breath is going in, know that the breath is going out. And then see what is happening in the mind or in the chitta. Yeah? See, because these things, the kilesas constantly tell us what they are going to do, and then they'll do it, if we don't object to it. Okay? Try it out, yeah, and then after you tried it out, ask again.
Thank you, Bhante.
If there's none, don't forget to read out the questions.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So first question is from Victor. I live in India. Here people use Tantra to get a lot of work done to harm others. I have survived till now, but the Babas take lots of money and time, and what they do not permanently cure them. Please give some guidance on this.
I need somebody else to read the question to me, because I understand every other word only.
It's an Indian who complains about gurus and babas in India who use tantra work to harm others and to do stuff. And he has been safe so far, but he asks for Tinashe's help for some reason.
Why does he ask for help? You don't even be bothered with the gurus and the babas, I mean, I've seen, I mean, even in Germany, people were into gurus and people were into babas, I mean, that is let them do whatever they want, I mean, it's also their karma, yeah. And you do, you follow the footsteps of the Lord Buddha, who taught us anapanasati and vipassana, yeah. Calm meditation, samatha meditation, and vipassana meditation. Yeah? That's all what you need to do. Yeah? Don't worry about what other people are doing. Yeah? Doesn't matter if you're in India, I mean, there are a lot of so-called gurus, also in the West, I mean, yeah. I'm teaching you the right thing, I give you this, I give you that. Don't even worry about it. Next question.
Maybe I ask it, Sani, because it's the same English.
What?
Yeah.
I have to transliterate first.
Transliterate what? Is that the answer to the question, or what do you think, Sani?
First one, yes.
Yeah. His question is not very clear, but I think...
Yeah, I can ask the second one, it's fine.
Yeah.
So a friend of him seems to be like manipulative, and he's intelligent, but he takes advantage of others, more or less, it sounds like. But other people don't understand that he's taking advantage of them, and he's torturing me a lot. I asked him to stop contacting me. I am very helpless. Please guide.
I mean, try not to contact him, I mean, avoid it, whatever comes back to us, is a result of our karma, accept it, but yeah, I mean, stay clear of it, don't interact, yeah. I mean, if somebody talks to you, you don't have to talk back. That is the best thing, I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, intelligent people, try to, to oppress other people who are not as smart, yeah, and use them for their purposes, yeah. But that is the way of the world, yeah. Use your meditation, I mean, that is the most important thing. Use your meditation to get into, get into a state of calm, and then you know what to do, how to react, yeah. I mean, every person has a different characteristic, so I cannot tell him exactly what to do. He has to find out for himself, yeah. But try to stay away from him, yeah, and don't interact with him. That's the only thing I can tell you. Yeah? Okay.
The third one isn't a question. It's just, Bhante, I want to have a one-to-one talk with you. I hope you will be fortunate to talk with you.
Yeah, I mean, if he comes here to the monastery, of course he can have a one-to-one talk with me, yeah? But I'm not going to India. Certainly not. Yeah? So, next question, Sani?
Okay. When I do breath meditation, I use the word Buddha together with the in and out breathing. But after a while, if I don't get distracted, I become strangely sensitive to the feeling of the breath at the tip of the nose, to the point where it's sort of painful or irritating. The feeling continues for a while, even if I stop meditating, as I will keep being aware of the breath. Sometimes I also get a headache. Is this normal? How can I deal with it? Thank you.
By not being interested in this feeling, yeah. I mean, normally when we do in Anapanasati, we are interested in the beginning. We are interested in the feeling. That's because we feel it. But then we turn to the knowingness of the breath, and then we are not interested in any kind of feeling. I mean, even if you stop meditating, and you feel the sensation of the breath, because your attention is still on the breath, yes, go to the knowingness of the breath. Is it the in-breath? Then ask yourself, you can ask yourself, is it in-breath, is it out-breath, is it short, is it long, is it deep, is it shallow? Yeah, I mean, that distracts us from the feeling. Yeah? There was something else, I can't remember.
He also gets a headache.
What?
He also is getting a headache.
Yeah, and then he forces it too much. Yeah? I mean, that is the normal result. If you force too much our concentration on one point, that is not the idea to force. Yeah, to force our attention around the tip of the nose. The force that we need is when the mind goes off the object, when the mind goes off the anapanasati, the in-breath and out-breath, or the Buddha. Then we force it to come back to the point of interest, or to our aram, that means our object, yeah. And once our sati, or our mind, is back on the object, then we release it, yeah. Only when it goes back, then we force it to come back. And that's where we need the force, because it doesn't want to come back. It wants to stay in thoughts, it wants to stay in memories. It asks itself, why did this memory come up? Or why did I have this kind of thought? Yeah? So it prolongs, yeah? And proliferates a lot. Yeah? Instead of, we see the mind has gone out, okay, force it to come back to the point of the nose, and then stay with it. Yeah? You don't have to force it, just know that the breath is going in, know that the breath is going out, or know that the Buddha is starting, or know that the Buddha is at the end, or if it is the Buddha with breathing in, then the Do with breathing out. Yeah? If you have too much problems, with this feeling, then just go on to the Buddha, 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 Buddha. Yeah? Next.
Could you please give some tips on how to wake up earlier in the morning to meditate? I have an alarm set, but no matter how determined I am in the evening, it's very hard to convince myself to get up the next day. Thank you.
I mean, set the alarm, and the first thing you hear the alarm, jump up. Yeah? And then throw some water into your face. Yeah? I mean, do some activity. I mean, don't sit up in the bed, because then you go to sleep again. Yeah? That's the only thing. Yeah? Jump up from the bed when you hear the alarm. Yeah? And I mean, throw some water in your face, do some activity, and then sit down and practice. Yeah?
Next question. Is going through the 4 stages of enlightenment possible for a lay practitioner?
For a lay practitioner, at least the first stage, or the first or the second stage, Anagami, it is more difficult, I mean, At the time of the Lord Buddha, yes, it was easy. I said, I mean, as long as you have your smartphone, I mean, you will not even go to Sotapanna, yeah? Because, I mean, you will not be able, to cut through, yeah? When you look at your smartphone, play with your smartphone, look what is up, look what is down, look what is new, what other people are posting. Now, in the age of smartphone, I think it is pretty, for lay people, pretty impossible to reach any of the stages of enlightenment, as long as they use their smartphone. When they get rid of the smartphone, come to a place, to a monastery where they can practice, yes, of course, why not? Yeah? Then they can even reach anakarma. Yeah? Next.
Next question. My anxiety is so bad that my chest starts hurting. I try to do meditation, but the pain is too strong and only distracting myself. And only distracting myself with sensual activities helps me to cool down. Is there anything I can do, or should I go to the doctor first?
I mean, please ask the question, because before I can answer this, I need to have some more information, yeah? I mean, go to the next Zoom session and ask this question. I mean, I cannot answer this pain in the chest, I mean, what is she doing? I mean, I need some background information, yeah?
Okay. Next question. I have been practicing meditation and mindfulness of daily activities throughout the day. Less than a year ago, my heart space opened up, or what you call chitta. When I'm fully present, then the chitta expands even more. Should I keep my practice or do something else?
Keep your practice, yeah, get calm, yeah, and once the mind can stay on the breath, for 10 to 15 minutes, and investigate the body, yeah, asupang, yeah, see the loathsomeness of the body, dig into the body, tear it up, or tear it up and see what part of the body makes the body, yeah, is the brain the body, the heart, or the lungs, or whatever, how does this body work, yeah, tear it up, see the loathsomeness, yeah. But if you cannot stay, with the breath, or with your mantra, with the object for 10 minutes without being interrupted, then just continue with the samatha, yeah, and with the daily reflection in the evening. Okay, next.
Yeah. There's a question from the chat. I'm new to Buddhism and meditation. What is the best book I can read and study about Buddhism and meditation?
Your heart. That's where all the answers come. Where do you think the Lord Buddha knew about Buddhism? In his heart, yeah? Where did you formulate all these things? Because he looked in his heart. Yeah? No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know a good book, yeah? And I can't remember because it's 30 years ago, yeah? I mean, I stopped, reading books, the moment I get more and more interested in just practice, yeah? And I stopped reading books, yeah? I mean, some people think, that the middle length saying, I mean, the suttas, of the middle length, yeah? I mean, they are inspiring, so I mean, read them, yeah? But about meditation, I mean, you have to take a course with Goenka, and you get the basic of meditation practice, yeah? But about Buddhism, I mean, I don't know, yeah? I mean, study, I mean, what is important, yeah? I mean, the 31 realms of existence where we go from one realm to the next, yeah? Huh? Karma, yeah, whatever we do will come back to us, yeah? And keep the 5 precepts, yeah? And see, see the Four Noble Truths, yeah? With the truth of dukkha, dissatisfaction, yeah? I mean, where's the dissatisfaction? When you get up in the morning, I mean, we don't want to get up, yeah? Just like the other person, who asked, yeah? We don't want to get up, we just want to turn around, yeah? Okay, so we have dukkha, yeah? When we're hungry, we have dukkha, yeah? When we are thirsty, we have dukkha. Yeah? And when we are tired, we have dukkha. And when we need to go to the toilet, we have dukkha. I mean, so much dukkha, physical dukkha. And then we don't like this, we have dukkha. We want that, we have dukkha. I mean, see the first noble truth. Yeah? And the second noble truth, is realization. Yeah, I mean, where is dukkha coming from? From tanha, from our desire. Yeah? And the third noble truth is there's an end to dukkha, and the fourth noble truth is sila samadhi panya, the way, the path that leads to the end of dukkha. Yeah? Sila is the 5 precepts. Yeah? And samadhi is the ability to concentrate on one point, no matter if it is the breath, or if it's a Buddha, or if it is another mantra. And panya is the investigation of the 5 khandhas, that makes us. Yeah? Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vinyana. Yeah? So it's a body, it's a feeling, it's thoughts, and memories, and consciousness. That's it. That's all what you need to know. Yeah? The rest is what you have to do. Yeah? And that's where, where the difficulty starts. You have to actually practice. Yeah? You have to practice sila. Yeah? Because sila is not coming automatically with our birth. Yeah? We do this wrong or do that wrong. We say wrong. We utter a lie. Or maybe it is a white lie. I mean, we take this that is not given to us. Oh, so many things. Yeah. Keep your sila straight. Yeah. And then practice samadhi. And then investigation. Okay. Next.
Yeah. Second question from the chat. What kind of meditation I can do in a situation of great loss?
Great loss?
Yeah, what kind of meditation I can do in a situation of great loss?
What kind of loss?
Loss. Wrong, do you want to tell me?
Huh? What? Losing one's parents, losing one's lover? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, who you lose, I mean, of great loss, losing your job, I mean, it's all different. Yeah? But what you can do is always, sit down, yeah? Close your eyes, sit comfortable, and start repeating Buddha, yeah? Or the loss will not come back. The things that you lost, will not come back, yeah? I mean, so get comfortable with it. Yeah? I mean, do meditation as much as you can. Yeah? And see your attachment to these things that you lost. Yeah? I mean, and tell yourself, anicca. Whatever comes must go. Yeah? What goes up must come down. Whatever I have done unto others, will come back to me. Yeah? So, be comfortable with this. Reflect about this. Yeah? Of anicca, anatta, dukkha. Yeah? I don't have ownership, yeah? I don't have ownership of the body, I don't have ownership of this of the feelings, I don't have ownership, of thoughts and memories and consciousness. That's all what I can say. If she wants to elaborate more, then she should speak up. Yeah?
I sometimes hear you mention Schopenhauer, so I assume you know some of his work. Do you think the word will or Wille in German is a good translation for the Buddhist word dukkha? Schopenhauer's will not only refers to willing and deciding.
Wie heißt das, der Wille?
But also,
wie heißt das Buch? Der Weg als Vorstellung oder
I kann Wille vorstellen.
What?
Wille als Welt und Vorstellung.
Ja, der Wille als Welt und Vorstellung. Yeah? No, yes, will is avijja. That's very clear. Is the question in German or is it in English?
It's in English, but it uses the German word.
No, the will is avijja. Wanting to know, wanting to understand, but not being able to know and not being able to understand. That is the pure avijja. And the kilesas are, the arms, or the arms and the legs of avijja. And the armies, there are 3 armies: greed, hatred, and delusion. And they are controlled by avijja. Yeah? By not knowing, by not understanding, in line with the truth. Yeah? So, wanting to know is already avijja. Yeah? the one in Missouri. What is it? Yeah, Missouri. Yeah. He always wants to know. Yeah. Yeah. This is bringing us, I mean, that is the whole world is working on that. I want to understand, so I investigate this, I want to know, and nowadays, they just look it up on their smartphones, yeah? Huh? And so it is much easier. Yeah? I mean, all the people who studied at the university, I mean, went through all these cards, to look for the books, and look for the citations. I mean, know how difficult it was at our time, to get a reference to our dissertation or whatever it is. Yeah. Nowadays it's so easy. You just ask Siri or Google. What is it? And it gives you. I heard there's Gemini or Chat GPT or whatever, and it gives you all the list of everything what you want to know. Yeah. I mean, you're full. We are full. In the claws of avijja. Yeah. And this is never ending. This wanting to know and wanting to understand is never ending. Yeah? But the way, we as meditators want to know is we want to see it with our own inner eyes. Yeah? And the moment we see it with our own inner eye, we understand. And this understanding is completely fixed. Yeah? I mean, cannot be eradicated. I think it's question is answered, yeah?
Hi, John.
Yeah, Holland. How is your baby doing?
She's doing fine, I think.
Okay, so you already know the Shanda. Yeah. How many months already? 3, 4?
No, way longer. I'm already almost 7 months.
7 months? Okay, so in 2 months' time. Okay, so what is your question?
Well, I don't have a question about my practice because I didn't really practice too much last month. But I do have a question about the baby because lately, well, for quite a period, I've been feeling sometimes very invested in a child and very excited, and sometimes I feel not really excited, and I feel like it's a bit of a burden. And I feel a bit guilty about that I have that thinking or that I have that feeling, and sometimes I feel like I'm having this child because it's my choice and I'm lucky to have one, which I wanted.
Yeah.
And luckily I have an amazing boyfriend which I can do it together with.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, I feel like it's just, it's just a child. I don't feel like it is my child or something which I can control or, I feel like it's just another human like every other human on this earth.
No,
And
it's
I
not.
feel some kind of disconnection with it sometimes. Like I work with teenager refugees, for example,
Yeah.
and I feel sometimes when I'm at work like they are somehow my children, but they're not my children.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel the same with her, like it's just another human, and I feel disconnected, and I feel guilty a bit. Like, shouldn't I feel more?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I mean, it's the same way when you look, yeah? For instance, you look at, your feelings towards your parents, yeah? Sometimes you like them very much, sometimes you hate them, yeah? It's the same with your boyfriend, yeah? Sometimes you feel very much connected and sometimes you don't feel very much connected. So you shouldn't feel, guilt about these thoughts. These are thoughts that are not me, are not mine, are not myself, yeah? They come and they go, yeah? But the moment you're attached to them, then you think it is your thought, yeah? No, it's a thought that passes by, yeah? And you grab hold of it, and then it is your thought, yeah? Don't feel guilty about it, just look, I mean, you will get the connection, I mean, you just need to look into your womb, and you have already the connection. No? Huh? You feel it, don't you? I mean, with 7 months you should feel. I mean, it's struggling in there, trying to get free itself, from the womb, yeah? I mean, how can you not feel it, yeah? So you have a connection, and it's much stronger connection when it comes out, yeah? I mean, yes, it is a being, but it needs our help. Just like the refugee children, they need our help, yeah? I mean, if they are 8 or 10 years old, they need help, yeah? They need guidance, yeah? You cannot make them, I mean, they are their own entities, just like you were your own entities. Just ask your parents, Huh? Huh? Just like ask your mother, I mean, yes, yeah. And then sometimes she got frustrated because you were crying all day long, yeah. And she could, whatever she did was wrong, yeah. Huh? So she gets frustrated, and then she loves you, and then she gets frustrated, and I mean, that is the normal way of the world, yeah. Welcome, yeah. But don't feel guilty about these things, yeah. That's the way it works, I mean, it's the same with your work, it's the same with your boyfriend, it's the same with your parents, it's the same with everybody around you, yeah. And it all,
that's true.
And it all comes from here, from our dissatisfaction that we don't want to realize in our own heart, yeah. It's just projected outside, onto other people, yeah. And now the person is within your womb, I mean, it is still inside, but it's still outside as well, yeah? Okay?
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Okay. One question from our email, from our web.
So a person asked about donating, and then in that mail they asked, Ajahn mentioned in one of his somewhat recent Dhamma talks that it is possible to help parents who are in hell, maybe help them get out of hell. How is this feat accomplished?
How is this feat accomplished? Yes, I mean, sending metta, I mean, doing a lot of good, and doing a lot of good in the names of our parents, yeah. But mostly, when you remember Lungta Mahaboa, Lungta Mahaboa's father said, at least one of my 17 children should ordain, to get me out of hell. So you need a little bit more power, in order to get somebody out of hell. But normally, the way it is, the way you can do, the way you can help people, no matter where they're stuck, where they're stuck in the lower realms, yeah? In the animal realms, it's probably very difficult, yeah? But in the ghost realms or in the hell realms, I mean, you can share the merit of your own doings, or you can do things, for them. Especially parents, can receive 100%. But as long as they're in the hell, it is kept on a bank account, and the moment they become ghosts, when they come out of the hell, normally they go to the ghost realm, and that's where they can receive, all the merit that they have in store. Yeah, I mean, they can access the bank account, and can withdraw all the good things, that was kept in safe for them. That's the only thing. Yeah. I mean, yes, a monk, a certain kind of monk who has great spiritual powers, yes, can help his parents, to, maybe to come out early. Yeah, I don't know. We'll try to. So, no more questions. Are there questions from the community here? Huh? From the practitioners? Yeah.
With the Buddha practice, should we keep some attention with the body, or just focus the attention on repeating the Buddha?
Yeah, I mean, try it out. Yeah, I mean, you can use it in the combination with breathing in, so you keep your attention around the nose, breathing in with the Buddha and breathing out with the Do. Yeah, but you can just Buddha, 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 Buddha. Yeah. I mean, there's a good way also, I mean, to get calm, for you practitioners, I mean, every one of you gets an MP3 player, and I mean, listen to talks, and then just listen, yeah. And it's a very easy way, to get calm. Don't think about Don't think about what is said. Just listen. I know it is difficult, just to listen. Because we want to understand, that's why we go into problems. And we want to understand, we want, want to ponder onto this. No, just listen. Because when we just listen to a Dhamma talk that comes from the heart, it goes into our heart without even us being conscious of it. It goes directly to our heart, and at the same time, when we concentrate on it, it calms our heart. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, Yes? Missouri? I thought Missouri, isn't it? St. Louis?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This question is not about me, actually. I'm not going to let Avijja control me for now. I'm just practicing samatha. Slow progress, but it's going. This question is actually related to my parents. What you've been talking about. And I felt inspired because I've been wanting to ask you this. I tried to answer it myself, but I'm having trouble. So me and my mother are very close. Very, very close. She raised me alone for most of my life. And so we have been very, very best friends, even when I was an adult. My father is now in my life, so we're close too. But recently, when I moved back to America, I had to live with my mother for about 4 months with my wife. And that's an interesting experience as a man. You're older. And I'm sorry, my cat keeps jumping on the table. Some things came up in that time. A lot of anger that I knew was there, but I hadn't yet fully faced because of, the man wants to be independent and the mother wants to keep the child, that stuff. It's very normal, I understand. But I know that your parents are kind of a nuclear bomb of karma, good or bad. And so I'm very careful around my parents. But unfortunately, because of various circumstances in my life, I have sometimes felt like the parent in a lot of situations. And I have maybe played a role as trying to teach them things and trying to help them with meditation and Buddhism. And so it made a conflict of a relationship where, on one hand, my mother is my mother. But on the other hand, in some ways, I'm teaching her a lot, But this anger that I felt has come up a lot. And in those 4 months we were living together, it was difficult. And there was a lot of fighting. And I would be very, very, very careful with my words. I'm a lot of sati. But there were times where I felt like I was going to explode, and I resisted the urge to say anything, but the feeling was still there. So when I finally got my apartment, I had to do something that we haven't done in my whole life, is shut her off. And I said, please leave me alone for a few months. Because talking with you, I don't have enough control to not get angry. But obviously this has been difficult because I feel a lot of guilt, because I know that she needs that attention. She doesn't really have a lot of people in her life. So it's this, I guess the question I'm trying to ask you is, sorry if that was a bit scattered. On one hand, I feel guilty, kind of saying, leave me alone. On the other hand, it's been some of the most peaceful time in my life in a long time.
There are quite a few people who understand you.
There was a point where I told her I was going to be a monk, and that was a difficult conversation. So, that makes me feel better already to know that they have gone through that, obviously.
They're still not finished.
So, they're not. You said earlier someone was calling. It was maybe a mother or something. So, you know, I don't know if you have any guidance on specific. I know you don't know the ins and outs of our relationship, but I feel a lot of.
It's always.
I do have a chance to.
It's always the same. How you find out, I mean, you have to go into the anger and ask yourself what came before the anger, what kind of thought came up, what kind of memory came up, because that is the thing that you have to resolve. It has nothing to do with your mother. It is within you. Yeah, it is your reaction to what you perceive. Yeah, of feeling oppressed or feeling scolded or feeling schooled or whatever it is. Yeah, but it doesn't have to do anything with these things. Yeah, it just triggers. Yeah, it just triggers something that might not even have to do with your mother. It can trigger something that can have to do something with your school teacher, or whatever. Yeah, whatever person, authoritative person. Yeah? So you have to go. Yeah, and that's why you have to go slowly. Yeah, I mean maybe once in a while, go to your mother and to see, and then in the evening do a reflection and yeah.
I mean, there's been a few times where she still reached out, even though I tried to make it hard. And there was the few weeks of silence where I was like, oh, I'm so good, I've let go of this anger. And then she contacted me and boom, and I was like, oh, wow. Mostly it's the feeling of like, Avish is working good right now. I'm getting diluted 1 second. I had such a clear thought. It's mostly like, I don't know if the specific, I want to say a specific thing, but that isn't the actual answer, is it? Whatever comes up.
No.
Like I have a specific thought, that says, oh, it's this. She wants to control you, or she doesn't think you can do it on your own, or,
she treats you like a little child, and that is whatever every mother does. And you have to feel comfortable about it, and understand her way. I mean, she taught you for 20 years, she looked after you. She cleaned your shit from your ass, I mean, and the poop from her shirt, whatever, So she still sees you, and even if you're 60, and your mother is 80, she will still see you as 18-year-old, And that is something that you have to understand and you have to comfort with, but you don't have to react to it, But there is something that reacts, and this, what reacts within your heart, has nothing to do with your mother. It can be with any kind of person that comes up, That is something that where you have to find, what kind of conceit, I'm now 80. I'm now 35 years old. I'm married. I have children. I know my way around. What are you telling me? No. That is conceit.
I just got it. So most of the time, the thoughts that cause the anger, because I have been helping her with her anxiety and depression, and for a long time, sitting on the phone for hours, helping her with panic attacks. It became overwhelming for a lot of years. But then I started teaching her Buddhism and meditation, and she wasn't listening.
No.
And sometimes yes, sometimes no. But she used it more as a way for us to just have a relationship rather than genuinely learning Buddhism.
That is also not true. That's not true, I mean, there's something, maybe, from 1 liter of fluid, that goes into, from your teaching, there's still 1 milliliter, that seeps into the heart, but it has not grown yet. So don't think it is fruitless, But don't be a don't be a school teacher to her, I mean, and that is what it comes back. And you don't like it, and she doesn't like it, so it will come back to you or haunt you, yeah? No.
Yeah.
When she has generally interest, then help her, yeah? And when the moment the interest stops, shut up. That's how you help her, and there's no friction, yeah?
Okay. That helps. And then just, how long should I be able... I feel guilty for enjoying
Don't feel
this.
guilty. That is just the kilesas.
Okay.
Don't feel
Okay.
guilty.
And the
I mean,
thoughts,
accept
don't feel guilty.
whatever I have done, this will come back to me sooner or later. Yeah? That's it.
Okay. And then how long am I allowed to have this period of quiet?
I mean, see, yeah? I mean, when she reaches out to you, yeah? I mean, putu, 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 think putu, putu, putu while she's talking. Yeah?
Okay. When can I have this period of like forced no contact? Okay, like basically it's been a few months and I want more, but I kind of feel like, okay, maybe I need to let her back. I don't know.
Yeah, let her back, see what is happening, when it is overwhelming, shut off.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
And when you feel a little bit more freer, okay, let contact her. And each time, you shut off, reflect about what happened, what actually happened underneath, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so don't feel guilty about the anger, just analyze it. Don't feel guilty about enjoying the quiet, just yeah. Okay.
And don't be a teacher. Because that will come back to you. And especially parents don't like to be taught by their children.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Ajahn. Thank you.
So, okay, then I think, if there are no more questions here from the community, yeah? I don't see any. So then we can stop, Sani?
Yes, Long Po. Yeah. Yeah. Let's pay respects to Long Po together. But thank you, Long Po.
You're welcome. When is, next time is April, yeah. It's still March, yeah. Okay. The next time will be before I go to Indonesia, or?
Yes, sir.
What is it? 25th. I just saw today. Okay. See you. And to every one of you. Yeah. I mean the value of a human existence. Use it wisely. Don't play around. Don't look for fame. Don't look for money. Don't look for power. Look for enlightenment. Look for, Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. I mean, to get a human life, it is very difficult. To get a human existence is very difficult. So, use it as much as possible, to go in the right direction of the Dhamma. Yeah, you don't have to end it now in this life, but go in the direction, and make sure that in each life existence, as a human being, you go in the right direction so that sooner or later you will finish it. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bye, Long Po.
Giọtมานี่ก็เอาเนี่ยมันเป็นหมาของเขานะ ไม่ใช่หมามานี่ I mean David, I saw another cow. Who is that? What? Pinnock. No.
She was here before.
Okay.
For the donation.
Yeah. How long does she want to stay?
2 days.
2 days.
Night.
Puttu. Yeah.